Yeah.
Hey, Joe, what were you thinking as they come to the line? I mean, you're playing in their place. They're kind of sneaky, you know. They kicked those onside kicks many years ago. Were you over there for that, by the way?
I was at home. I didn't make the traveling trip.
But did you have a? We didn't get to talk to you after the game. Did you have a sense something was coming? What were y'all warned? Hey, look out for this. What was going through your mind before the snap?
Yeah. So all week we during the pump block we were thinking, they have to try something. They got to try something. And actually going through film, Coach Combs was going through the different looks and the different fake opportunities that they had. And one of them was that exact look that they showed on Saturday. So when the play happened, it's almost like, is this real? Are they showing that exact look? So, having that familiarity and practice with it, that was one of the reasons we were able to stop that play.
Were you surprised it happened? I mean, it was at their own 10-yard line, whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of shocking that I wasn't thinking, from their own 12-yard line or so. I think it was a 4th and short. Yeah. But either way, that's why we practice, and that's why we're ready for any such opportunity that would come up, and that's why we prepare. So.
And yet, as the play developed, it's you and him.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, well, no offense, but you haven't had many moments like that, as a Buckeye, where it's like you and the game. What are you thinking during the play, and then afterwards, what are you thinking? You understand what I'm saying?
Honestly, during the play, it's not really much of thinking. It's a lot more I'm just reacting to what they got, and like I said, that's why we prepare every day, and we work on our tackling, and you take that good angle, and you hope that you trust your training. And when you get to those sort of situations, that's what you fall back on, is your training and your preparation.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was fortunately able to do and make the play. And I'm just glad to contribute any way I can to help the team to the victory on Saturdays.
I mean, for a walk-on, and you are not just a walk-on, you've had a nice career. But to have a moment like that, how meaningful is that to you?
I mean, it's really neat. But like I said, my job is to help us win games on Saturdays, and when it comes to Monday, you got to forget about it, and you got to say, how can I help the team next Saturday?
What was one thing you remember from the coaching staff saying after you made the play, or like anyone, like did they say like, good job? I mean, what was the biggest thing you remember? Like, was it Coach Meyer jumped out at you, Coach Combs?
I saw Coach Smith. He's one of the guys that helps run our pump block team, and he ran down and gave me a big old high five. He's like, might get you a steak dinner for this or something, just kind of jokingly. So it was kind of fun. A lot of fun.
And what about, just because I was there and I know you won't bring it up, what about the reaction that Joe is going to be the special teams? Joe is the special teams player of the week this week for the Buckeyes. When they showed the play, you got a pretty loud ovation, and then when you were named the player of the week, you got a pretty loud ovation.
Yeah.
What was that?
I mean, that's pretty cool. That's what you do it for. Is you do it for all the guys in the room and all the guys in my unit, especially in the linebacker room. So, like I said, I'm happy that I'm able to contribute and help the team win in, a physical way, and hopefully made a play that, contribute on the scoreboard to a victory on Saturday.
Hey, what compels a guy? What drives a guy like you? Because you play a lot of special teams and stuff. To be a walk-on kind of, what drives you every day? You understand what I mean? What has driven you for the last several years to keep it up?
Right. Well, number one, it's the guys in my unit. I'm very blessed with the linebackers that we have. We have a great group of guys. Coming in with Cameron Williams, Joshua Perry, and Craig Fada, who's another walk-on with me. And the development of Raekwon, Dante Booker, Chris Worley, Darren. Those are guys that's like, I'd do anything for them. And also, I wouldn't be right if I didn't mention my family. My dad was a walk-on, my brother was a walk-on, and it's just kind of an attitude that you're going to put your hard hat on, bring your lunch bill, and go to work every day. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is, and no matter what your circumstances are, and if things aren't going your way, you just got to work harder. And so that's kind of mentality you have to have, is every day you just got to show up and go to work. So.
Anyone in your family make a play as big as you did on Saturday?
My dad started his senior year, so I think I got a long way to go. So,
just in a general sense, I mean, I'm sure they try to shield you guys from the outside world and what people are saying about the team, but you can't escape it entirely. I mean, what is the feeling on the team right now? Is it more just happy that you're 5-0, number one, and on everything's in front of you, or is it frustration that you're not playing to your potential?
No, I mean we're 5-0, and that's what we're excited about. And we have a chance this Saturday to go 6-0. And our goal is just to get better each and every week. And when we're able to get a victory, then the best thing about 5-0 is a chance to go 6-0 and another week to improve. So that's what we're really focused on. Once we're done with after yesterday, we've moved on from IU. Now we're focused all on Maryland. So getting better for Maryland.
Joe, go ahead.
I mean, do you feel like this team is getting better?
Yes, we're definitely improving. And it's not one of those things you can look at as a final destination. You just have to look at it as a journey. It's not going to be a straight uphill path. There's going to be little bumps in the road. As long as we continue that upward trajectory, we're gonna be just fine. We just have to keep working and coming in every day and every week and getting better.
Joe, yeah. How did Cameron Williams play when y'all watched video? You've watched the video,
right?
Think,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that was with Raekwon out, he had to step up. I mean, how did he play on Saturday?
Cam played very well. I don't think there's anybody that's as prepared and as smart as Cam is for that opportunity. While Raekwon is in there, Cam is in there taking every single mental rep in the game. He's giving Raekwon different pointers. Cam's the smartest guy in the linebacker room, and he knows what's going to happen. He's up there with all the adjustments, and so when Cam in there, he was ready for his opportunity, and he took advantage of it, and he played very well.
Will Joshua Perry be offended by what you just said, that Cam's the smartest guy?
No, he would agree.
He knows.
He'd probably still be offended, but he knows.
But to be, for you too, I mean, to be thrust into those kind of situations in a game that was a little more desperate than a lot of people thought. I mean, as that game's going along, what are you telling yourself about what's happening? You know what I mean? I mean, are you a little bit, surprised, shocked?
When you're in the moment, you don't have time to think about that. You're just out there playing. But that's why each of us come out here every day, and that's why Cam spends so much time preparing, doing the extra things, so that when or if Raekwon goes down, he's ready to go out there and keep that level of play at the Mike linebacker position at the same level that Quan is. And so that's why that's what's really important for Cam. He doesn't want to let the linebackers down. He doesn't want to let the Silver Bullets down. And so that's why he prepares the way he does and handles himself the way that he does.
Hey Joe, I know you've been asked this probably after the game and before I came here, but just to make that play in the game, what did that mean to you?
I mean, it was really cool. I was just glad that I could help the team in a physical way, put some points on the board on Saturday, and lead them to a victory.
When you came here, it was always your goal, and everyone's goal is to walk on to earn a scholarship eventually. When you came before the previous regime, maybe the route to that would have been a little bit easier because Coach Meyer fills up his classes. I mean, have you given any of that thought about just the way things are working and how much more of an uphill climb it might be to get that?
Well, I mean, of course, as a walk-on, you always think about that kind of thing, but you have to kind of grab yourself and say, my job is to help us win on Saturdays, in whatever capacity that is, whether it's special teams, whether it's mentoring a younger guy, whatever capacity it is, I have to help this team get better and get a victory on Saturday, and that's what's most important.
Plus the 82 limit they had for 3 years there. I mean, that kind of hurt your chances a little bit, didn't it? I mean,
yeah, I don't really know. I don't really, like I said, I don't pay attention to any of that. Yeah. But I guess it did, yeah.
Joe, they were punting into the wind, and he shanked the one before. So when you guys go out on the field, is there any inclination at all they're going to fake a punt from their own 10-yard line or whatever it was? Is there any thought of that? Like
I said, I didn't think that they were going to, if they were going to do a fake, I was thinking more towards the middle of the field in a safer situation. But, we have to be ready and trained for anything. And so, I'm not going to say they caught me by surprise, but I certainly didn't expect it coming in that situation.
Is your job to contain that edge and make sure he punts the football before you turn and go, or what's your job?
Yeah, I mean, we had to block. I had a different guy at the block, but when a certain situation arises, you have to be able to respond to that in the way that we're coached to do. And part of my job, I have to ensure that the punt gets off. And when they obviously run a fake, I got to be the one guy that's going to stop it and make the play.
Was there any kind of tell before that? Was there any kind of tell from them? I mean, like you talked about their formation they were in? I mean,
no, they were in the same formation. Yeah. I mean, the guy right when he caught the ball, he just started running, so I knew something was up, obviously.
Did the line, because Kevin Wilson said after the game that it was supposed to go right initially, and then they audibled at the line. and like half the team, did like half the line go left and half the line go? Did it look crazy or?
I'm not even sure. My eyes were on the punter and I saw him pull it. So not to say I blocked everything else out, but that's what I was. I had a pretty detailed focus on that one guy.
Did he say anything after you tackled him? I mean, was there,
No. I mean, I got it right.
Now,
Hey, Joe.
this is the truth. Every one of the Ohio State writers that were there, and there were a lot of them, when they saw that play, started screaming, "Fake, fake, fake." Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. I missed it. We need more of those on the field.
Of course, in the press box they originally said Feta.
Yeah, Feta. We look alike. You throw an 8 and 8 on the end. We kind of similar bodies. Yeah. We look similar.
I'm mad when you've been if you'd gotten credit for that.
Hey, Joe, I imagine Joey Bosa can't go to class without people shrugging at him. People imitate Braxton Miller's spin move on campus. What's life like for you as an OSU student?
I'm not going to say I pass in the crowd pretty well, but I look pretty much like your normal average student. So I kind of keep my head down, and when I'm at class, I go to class, and I'm not here to showcase football. I'm an engineer and also a football player. So, and when I'm in class, I have to be an engineer, and I have to be extremely focused on that. So I don't get a lot of distractions that other players will get, which is nice.
When a professor calls out Joe Berger, do you see anyone do a double take?
No, I mean, now that I'm in all my major classes, I've made friends, and they all know me. So, I'm just another industrial engineer there. So, or trying to be one.
What's your favorite nickname you're called? I said burger and fries. What's the favorite one you've heard?
That's a tough one.
That's printable.
It's printable, yeah.
Bacon and cheese in it. I mean,
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good one for you here, but I'm running out of answers.
I'm sure you've heard a few, though.
I've heard more than a couple since I was in kindergarten.
And engineering degree.
I'm not entirely sure yet. Part of me wants to stay in coaching. I get a lot of enjoyment out with that, but maybe a consulting field or something along those lines, and maybe a project management type role. So I still got another year of school left, and hopefully I can figure it out, get an internship this summer.
What's your connection with Urban Meyer? Because he was Cincinnati connections, obviously, and
right.
He was a walk-on in this school. Is there any kind of kinship there?
I wouldn't say that much. At the end of the day, his job is to help us, is to make sure that we win football games, and I'm not going to limit our relationship to that, to helping us win games. And he obviously has a very personal side to him. And we have a great relationship, and I think a mutual respect for how each other works. And I'm certainly proud of that he's my coach, and I've learned a lot of great lessons from him.
Hey, Joe, what's a responsibility that you might have, or a walk-on might have, that like a hidden responsibility or something you might not, that the public might not know that you have to do, that maybe you have to do?
I wouldn't say there's any different responsibility as a walk-on than there is as a scholarship player, and that's one of the great things here, is that they treat everyone the same. When you're a freshman, you're going to come in and you're going to be on the scout team, and I think we understand that as a walk-on. Whenever you walk on, wherever that is, and that's all part of it. But that's the beauty of a place like this, is they treat everybody the same, and you're going to get respected for the work that you put in. So whatever level that you put in, that's the amount of respect that you're going to get back.
I think a lot of people envision that a walk-on comes in and is on the scout team and goes through all the tough stuff in practice. You've been able to contribute to this team on the field. Is that something that you take a lot of pride in, something that means a lot to you, and has it made your time here more enjoyable?
Of course. I mean, that's when I decided to come here, I knew the challenges that I was facing when I would arrive, and obviously going through them is a whole nother level. But I came here with the intention of helping this team win games, and my job is far from over, and obviously my expectations are a lot higher, and I always, wherever I contribute, I want to contribute a lot more. And I have to take my role and always keep pushing. Whoever's in front of me, I have to make them better, and whatever capacity that I play on Saturdays, I have to take full advantage of those opportunities and help the team win and do my job to an exceptional level.
And past that, if I'm not mistaken, I'm out at Luke's 2nd and 7 camp this year. You're out there running burgers, fries.
That's right.
Y'all's team? No, I'm just joking.
I wish.
No, but you're out there. Have you immersed yourself into that too? Getting as much out of it as you can. What does that do for you? Those kind of like.
Oh, those are great. That's another reason why we do what we do, is to go to a place like the 2nd and 7, whether it's on the field or going to schools and reading books or going to hospitals and visiting patients. I mean, that's a hidden benefit of being an Ohio State football player, is to see what you can do in the community and to have the effect that you have. You know, I don't know, except for these 4 or 5 years here, I don't know if I'll be able to have that kind of effect on somebody for the rest of my life. And so, you know, every opportunity that I get, or that we get as a team, to go to a different place and help out with kids or whoever it may be, you know, that's an opportunity that we have to make this community a little bit better. And so, you know, you have to take each one of those opportunities and take a step back and realize how blessed we are in the position that we're in.
When you go for a coaching job later, and think about the answer to this question for a while before you answer it. Do you call a fake punt from your 12 yard? What was it? 12 yard? Would you call a fake punt from your 12-yard line, Joe Berg?
What's the down and distance?
4th and whatever. You know,
4th and 1.
4th and 1. 4th.
I don't know. I mean, if you got it schemed up and it's going to work, and you think it's going to work, I'm going for it. I'm risky. Take the shot. Yeah. So I'm risky. Take it.
Hey Joe, why did you had other offers? What was it that was important about walking on? I mean, a lot of walk-ons don't have offers. To have other opportunities elsewhere, to have scholarship, and why did it come into Ohio State so important?
I would definitely say some of the lure with Coach Meyer definitely had a big effect on it. He had a big track record of winning games, and I wanted to go to a place where football was really important, and I felt like we were going to win a lot of games and have a chance to compete for championships. And certainly at Ohio State, the expectation is just that. So, you know, when I had the opportunity at Ohio State, it was really hard to pass up, as well as the other opportunities for scholarships were really hard to pass up. But, you know, I think I'm extremely blessed to have the opportunity to walk on here. And, you know, every day you wake up, you have to appreciate that you're at a place where football really is important to everybody. And you're expected to win. And that's what was important to me. And that's why I came here.
What have you found if secret's maybe not the right word, what have you found to be the rudiments to Urban Meyer's success as a head coach from the standpoint of winning?
I mean, to narrow it down to just a couple of things, or one things, would be, you know, a discredit to what he does in entirety. You know, there's so many things that he does, and it's not just from fall camp through the season. It's not just spring ball. It's the entire program, the entire culture, Coach Mick, all the academic people. I mean, it's this whole entire building that leads to success that we hope to have.
Is it like never stop? Is it intensity? What is it? I mean,
yeah, it's never
always pushing for the next.
Right. I think that's one of the things that one of his characteristics is he's curious about, you know, what he can do, what we can do as a program to constantly get better. And I think that curiosity is rooted in the whole entire program. And it's always, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? And that's part of that journey. You know, as long as we're moving forward, we're moving the right direction, we're going to be winners in the end. Whether that's on the scoreboard or not, I don't know. But, you know, as long as we're moving forward and trying to grow, then, you know, we will win in the end. So.
Joe, thank you.